Hi, everybody. It seems that a lot of you are here because of the epic speech that I made at that city council. Wow, that was such an amazing experience. Shining like a star, kicking so much butt. It felt awesome. I'm Cyrus Hojati, Cyrus992. I'm here to give you an alert about this sick piece of garbage maniac, probably one of the most cold-hearted people in this universe, George Soros. And it seems, believe it or not, that he is funding an organization which not that many people have heard of called BAMN. It's called an organization based on affirmative action, spelled BAMN, integration, pro-immigrant. In other words, they are trying to protect illegal aliens, and they want open borders, okay? By the way, this organization, I've seen them protest in the Burlingame event by Donald Trump several months ago. Now, when you look at this organization, believe it or not, they were the ones that helped shut down the Berkeley event in a way that they brought rioting, that they brought violence. But they talk about protest, but in reality, it is a riot. It's an act of shutting down free speech. So it seems like they're so pissed off by this transition of power and all these new policies that the only bullets they have left to fire back is to go crazy and break the law and create a lot of disruption. This is their end goal. These sick, crazy, cruel-minded individuals, they're trying to figure out every way possible idea that they possibly can. Who knows? They can just collapse the stock market. And let me tell you what they're really actually planning to do. They said, wow, it's a victory that we caused violence several days ago. They're planning now on February 17th to have a nationwide strike in universities and workplaces. So this means they can shut down the ports in Southern California and create a sort of a resistance. Folks, this is trouble. They're trying to fire back, and we're seeing this with all of the protests that's happening right now across this country, especially in LA, with the ICE raids. Well, thankfully, they're now able to do their job, okay? You have to see how a lot of this is really working, okay? And just speaking about open borders, oh my gosh, you want like 100 million to come in, and then you guys are the ones screaming about a rent crisis? Because if you bring 100 million in, it's going to have an impact on rents. So what do you guys want? Public housing, Section 8, rent control, all this stuff? Looks like the state of California could end up looking like Venezuela pretty soon. And they've got a debt crisis. Plus their federal funding most likely is going to be cut. But it's just so crazy and insane. They're trying to instigate riots. So basically, I'm just so sick of this, and I'm letting you know. I'm giving you a petition right now on whitehouse.gov. See if you can consider arresting George Soros. This guy needs to be arrested. He needs to be brought to trial. He is trying to fuel a lot of concerns and problems into this country because they're not happy with this transition of power. All right? And by the way, George Soros, as I've mentioned in my previous video, is funding the ACLU. And in that city council meeting, we saw people from the ACLU over there, which I heard one of the main figures is an undocumented immigrant. I just can't believe why he's not even deported, believe it or not. So you have to see how they're coming in every other angle. You could do a lot of different things. You can file a report to law enforcement, say that I'm concerned about the safety of our community, that there's going to be massive violence all across the country. We need to start finding a way to shut down this organization. I would suggest calling their organization. I'm going to give you their telephone number. They're based in the San Francisco Bay Area. This is absolutely insane about what's going on. And by the way, at that city council meeting, they were very pissed off at me. They were very upset about the fact that I was speaking out, bringing all that charisma, especially a person like me who was born in America but doesn't come from a European descent, because this really puts a nail into their balloon. This is the thing that you have to really understand, folks. So it's just, to me, probably one of the most anti-white organizations, the most crazy, insane organizations. So do what you can, spread this video, sign the petition, and post this link to their Facebook page, because this will really get a lot of outrage, folks. You need to stand up and fight. And by the way, I'm going to give you a link to my Facebook page so you can see the video of the events that I actually spoke. And this, by the way, can spread all across America. This could spread in Las Vegas. They could open an organization in Las Vegas, especially with all the anchor babies that are out there, folks. Keep this in mind. All right? Take action now before the time is absolutely late. So contact law enforcement, whoever you can, prevent them from creating violence, and who knows, they could potentially shut down this country. All right, take it easy and enjoy.